Hello guys and welcome everyone, welcome back to some streaming, to the first stream after our vacation. Hello everyone and welcome. So guys, we are back on Le Mans Ultimate. You guys have had a hard time with us being off that simulation that we all love so badly. However, we're going to be out on track soon. Because obviously we need to get up to speed and we want to somehow have a good race. So I'm quickly clicking a lot of clicks in the setup because I somehow need performance in this car. I hope that I will somehow also be able to have a good feeling here, because this might be rather important. The Ferrari obviously not being the fastest car anymore. We're still hanging on to it because well, to an extent we kind of have to, as the VMS Pro Series is obviously our series where we run the car. So thereabouts. Anyway, I've picked it for that online championship. Liminal Thoughts and Iron Marshall, hello there, and a good evening to you. Destrash, thank you very much for the follow already, much appreciated. Thank you for the coffee, very important to stay hydrated. Obviously coffee is the wrong thing for that. Right, we do have rain and we have slick tires on, which is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, track is dump. That's obviously awesome. I would love for it to stop raining straight away, otherwise I can't really test the setup. Copy. It's endurance pit road. Oh boy. This will actually raise the question about... I shouldn't show you that page. Need to assign the old setup and just probably deal with it. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Actually, I do not even know how is the fuel looking for us. Danger Souls, hello there. Thank you for joining. Hey Fabio. Yes, a Giga Hypercar driver's field indeed, and we're just about starting with the practice with a broken bad setup on a slow car. Oh, but this will be fun. So target for us is top 10 somehow, because in normal circumstances with a strong grid and Peugeots and Isotas and Toyotas around us, we have no chance in the Ferrari. So see if we can spoil the party a little bit at least. Yeah, this is an amazing feeling to go down the amazing endurance pit road with no pace, with a slow setup, in conditions where I'm not even sure if I can put the right findings into the setup. Speaking of setup, something that I've completely forgot doing after the F1 24 hours for mental health is changing the game back to Le Mans. No. Change the active game. Yes, some of you could probably say I haven't prepared this well, and the reality is you are not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong with that. Trying to somehow survive, not kill someone. Alright, here we go. DC, thank you so much. Marvin, hello there, thank you for joining. Welcome everyone. Hope you're looking forward to a good online championship race, which we hopefully gonna have. For whatever reason, also, Race Lab app is pointing to second sobers, not second sobers, to Kevin Bauer, which obviously doesn't make any sense. So I hope a restart of that will fix it. Actually, a restart of the game. But we're gonna do that right before we get into our server. Hey Carol, hi Muzione, Elazar, hello there. Thank you guys for joining tonight. Yes, long time no see, roughly 2 weeks without a Michi stream. You guys have been coping well. Is it still the case that you rather use very stiff front ARB in the Ferrari? Even that show, hello there. Thank you for joining. My dog is really cute. Yeah, it's a cutie. He's a good boy. He's growing quack though. Like really quack. So interestingly, the tires still seemingly getting the temperature in those conditions, which is valuable information later on for the race if there happens some rain. MD275, thank you so much for your Prime sub for 8 months. Much appreciated. Ada, absolutely, Ferrari suffering. Well, you won't suffer as much as I will, but let's see. I love how I'm probably going to be handed into that race with a number 2 and number 3 car, maybe even number 1 car. But I will be hopelessly down, trying to survive somehow into the top 10. Like, not gonna lie. Did I off-track the other lap? Ah, you're not driving this, Ada? Shame. I was looking for some Ferrari suffering company. But I'm pretty sure I'll find someone. Track limits have been put to strict, that's why everything is... Nah, Fabio is in the Isotta. I was wondering. I really was surprised by that pick. Is the Isotta that strong? Like, right now I have no idea about BOP. All I do know is that the Ferrari, to some of you, I mean, we can probably thank Fabio for it being a strong display in the VMS Pro Series, because apart from that I think the car is not really good. However, it got another 15 kilograms at Le Mans, 10 kilograms everywhere else. To me, currently the Toyota and the Peugeot 24, the absolute fastest car. I have no idea about the Isotta, because I think the Isotta is tricky to drive. Might be just like back in the day when David was heavily on the Lambo, that the Isotta is just a really good car when you are totally nailing it. So speaking about totally nailing it, our tires do not have the temperature anymore. I'm not yet seeing spray, but we see that the core temperatures are dropping. It is slightly wet now as well, which means nope, this tire not gonna be quicker. Yeah, it's not even survivable, I'd say. Gotta somehow save it. Unlucky. Tires, wets. Let's go. Here comes the pit road. Yo, Big Brenner. I'm good. I'm alright. How about you? Thank you for joining. You're also gonna be in that race? Toyota has been nuts around Fuji at all times already. But the Toyota will be an insane weapon for Portimao. I think Portimao, if you're in a Toyota and you can't win it, then it's probably a skill issue, not a car issue. Always wonder what those weird Porsches with the Le Mans livery on the car model has failed to load. Yep. That the temporary car is like that ugly Porsche, kind of Porsche model. That is a temporary car with that Le Mans Ultimate livery. So yeah, as long as the cars haven't loaded, you're gonna see that livery. And it's obviously temporary only. I hear you, Kieran. I hear you. I'm not entirely sure what I really signed myself up to now, because I have to admit, with no practice whatsoever, 2 weeks off, and to answer the question of Saif, I have been on vacation for 10 or 12 days, returned on Tuesday, and extended the streaming vacation for another day because we had 38 degrees centigrade outside here, so I was like, not gonna come back and go into a sweaty room. And yeah, well, here we're back again. Pump FYP, thank you very much for follow on the Twitch channel. Well, welcome to the stream. Yep, we're running a Hyper P1 from GSI. This is our steering wheel. If our pace would be Hyper 4 P1, that would actually be amazing. But as you can see, no. It's insane that Ferrari is just per default losing so much performance through that turn 1. From its skiddiness on the turn 1 bump. Yep, I know that the telemetry is broken. I'm trying to fix it as soon as we get into the race server. Yeah, I think the setup I'm running is completely broken. It's not rotating on the brakes. It's not rotating into the turn. Look how much better the Peugeot just is in every single aspect, especially traction. sure if it's still a tire temperature issue. We're just looking at the lines and I assume that Jake is also on flat out fuel. But there you see the big difference, like he'll be putting in probably roughly a second a lap faster lap time. Around we go. Ah, for crying out loud. Okay. You know what? Just leave it. We are trying to make use of the remaining time to fix the stream. Aha. Now the update is available. Copy, copy. No, it's still pointing to Kevin, so I think we even have to restart the game. That's fine. It hasn't happened in a long while. Like, back in the day, there was always the a chance for this to point at the wrong driver and sort of fail. Yeah, MD, I hear ya. I hear ya. George Mickleborough, have good luck as well. By the way, do you guys hear the air conditioning in the background? Is it a stress from the audio point of view? Because yeah, it is summertime and it's time for air conditioning. At least with the heat wave that has been going on. No background noise, awesome. That microphone's really good then. Yeah, you know, the issue was when we were away here, we had over 30-ish degrees. So ultimately, what the hell is that entry list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably I have to be aware of them too. 7, 8, 10, 11. Ah, guys, this is a strong split. Goodness me, that split is really strong. So you tuned into the right stream tonight. Because racing will be fierce for us all over the place. And I actually need to see whether I can somehow still fix the car. This is not even an optimized setup. Okay. Where is version 10? There it is. Load. Save. We're gonna run a setup that meant to race at Le Mans. And hope that it is goody. So now we're running this in the dry. On the medium. How did the bong on the kart happen? No, it was proper mechanical failure. So, for those of you that haven't been aware, during our off time in the last 2 weeks, I've not only been on vacation, I've also been in Denmark doing a 24-hour kart race with Papa Jesper and Alex Siebel. And we were comfortably leading the race. So there was standard class kart, modified karts, and extreme karts. The extremes have been sort of a racing machine. The modifieds, as the name says, has been a modified standard kart. Or a standard rental kart, you know. So that was what happened in the meanwhile. However, on Saturday afternoon, and we were leading not only from the modifieds, but also over the extremes, because the extremes ran into all sort of issues. Saturday evening, like 9 hours into the race, 8 hours into the race, rain started and the track became really, really wet. So, because only slicks allowed in that championship, everyone was like sweating the wet line. And wet line meant in turn 1, which is like a really high speed turn, that you go up a little bit of a banking, which you in the dry would never run, because first, the way would be way too long, and secondly, this surface is incredibly bumpy. And this is actually where the trouble started. So obviously the chassis not being brand new, been in use for over 2 years, like 13 hours into the race, suddenly the kart came in, and well, what shall I say? The front right suspension collapsed. Well, it's not actually a suspension on a kart, obviously, so the chassis just broke on a welded area where or soldered, no, on a welded area where it is attached to the screws and to the connectors holding the wheel. So yeah, we came home as a 3-wheeled kart, and we could have fixed everything. We could have replaced the motor, we could have replaced the tire, we could have replaced the a tire holder, we could have replaced the brake, we could have replaced a gear and a transmission chain, but we could not replace a chassis because no one carries a spare chassis around, right? So with that event happening, that meant the race over after 13 hours. So it wasn't actually a bonk, it was metal fatigue over the time. Maybe something one could have seen on a Friday evening prior to the race when we fixed the karts. But it's really hard to spot, because that is not necessarily a spot where you know, you'd be looking at the crack or whatever. It's just like, yeah, it was bad luck in the end with the suspension just not holding up, or the chassis not holding up for the race. It is what it is. This is real motorsport, right? Like last time on Le Mans Ultimate, my internet connection broke, which is like the chassis of my internet, right? These things happen. It is obviously a little bit bittersweet when you travel 1,100 kilometers in order to have fun for 24 hours and then drop out. On the other hand, last year I've done the same thing and we've won the race, which was an amazing experience as well. So, you know, you win and lose together. Like, as stupid and floppy as it sounds, but this is exactly the situation. No, she was not, because she then said it's too late to pick me up for her. Like, she was already tired. It was like the kart broke down like short before midnight, and it would have been like 1.5 hour drive from the hotel where we stayed, basically, up to the track. So, you know, I didn't blame her for not having the desire to drive. And then I just came home like after the 24-hour race, as it was planned, you know. So I did a 2 minute 2.1. I will have to try this lap regardless of track limits now, because I need to see whether the setup is actually somewhat usable. General balance on it feels at least good. But man, I feel the 15 kilograms extra ballast. Car feels extremely lazy. High grip. I know that Toyotas can do low 58s in qualifying. And that means they can do 59s in the race in dry conditions. As it stands, I can't even get close to that with what I have here. Well, that's what it is, you know, a setup ready to race at Le Mans, not at Spa. Oh, I'm scratching too much on the ground in the front. Wow. Holy moly, what am I going to do here? Okay, first of all, we're gonna save setup. Oof. We love Super. Thank you very much for the follow on the Twitch channel as well. Send help. I need a setup. I'm in serious trouble. Like I need to race that in VMS Pro Series soon. So I think free practice is only 5 minutes, right? Yes. Oh. Oh, what a crazy split. Also in GT3s. What the heck? Micklegate, Lind, Venegas, Barrow, Howells, Neal. Kobaki, Huben, Ostermann, Bischoff. What the hell? This is probably one of the strongest ever single race splits that we've seen in a long, long while. And we're so not ready for it. What am I going to do actually? Okay, I'm going to build a Frankenstein. A Frankenstein is the best part of two setups being merged together. And then we just pray that this will work. Points was good on that one. So tough. So tough. Pepper, pray for those clicky boys to work. This is It is a complete merge between the Spa setup that I ran last time and the Le Mans setup that we ran last time as well. And I'm thinking about... This is dangerous because I have eight tires in total. These 8 tires, and I will go for quali and race. It's a 10-minute qualifying. Do I just do laps and race condition? Start a bit further back? Or will I just fully sweat it? I can't afford just sitting there at the back. 5 laps. I think we run like 5 liters a lap, 4.5. Thankfully, for a moment I thought I was on the wrong tire. I would have just jumped straight out of the window. Favorite racetrack on Le Mans Ultimate, probably... It's between Qatar or Circuit of the Americas. I just crashed in pit lane. Like a nooba. Hobson, thank you very much for the follow as well. Sorry for not catching it live. Yeah, you could laugh. It was a hilarious scene, right? Like, I screwed it up so badly. There is rare occasions where I crash in pit lane, but if I do, it's at Spa at this particular layout. It's just doomed, right? This will be fun also on the exits out of the pits when you are putting your fresh tires on. It is a 49-inch screen. All our laps will die from track limits anyway, because on strict, Spa is extremely harsh on track limits, I think. Hey chat, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Watching while you are slow at work. Why are you slow at work? Should be quack work. George Harrison, hello there. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Is the car at least turning now? I think it does. So, 4 laps. Remember, target for today is top 10. Maybe a bit deeper into the top 8. Simply because no practice, bad car, no rhythm. We don't have the tire pressures yet. Medium tire weakness. Rainy weather and people don't want to go outside. Are you working in somewhere in a restaurant service? So what's just been utterly destroyed here? I would reckon low 58s in quali, and I think I'm going to be happy with a mid 59. Balance CIA GA bots. I'm so sorry. How do you spell your name? I would need to probably look at it for 2 minutes to figure it out what it actually means. I'm sorry for butchering the name, but I appreciate your follow, and I think with that, guys, we're missing one more follow from 8.2k. Thank you very much for your support, everyone. How long do I drive per day? I would say an average between 2 and 3 hours on a daily basis. You break it down. And some days you drive very long, and some days you don't drive at all. Roughly something like that. Okay, how bad are we going to be? 200.6. But remember, the medium tire magic comes now, or it comes now for everyone, right? P8 resident. No, this is online championship, the WEC experience. And boy oh boy, what experience it is. A painful one so far. Not gonna lie. Yeah, slowly but surely we're trying for improvements. I think you guys can easily tell that I have absolutely no thrust into the car. It's not stable, it's not rotating. In fact, it is a pretty bad experience right now. Well, hey, we're gonna have to try for it, right? I mean, this is the thing, right? The Ferrari was always meant to be down in performance on this track. And quite arguably, one can see that straight away. Hey, Thomas. Like, I do not even know what to do. I'm overheating the mediums. Let's see. Wanna rotate. Nice, flew away all the time. Anyway, final lap. This is horrendous. So what am I going to do? Am I just loading the old setup that had some pace? Because this is ridiculously bad. Oh. T16. Can't remember the last time finished so bad. And then Dario is a second quicker. Okay, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do? Hey Thomas, good evening. What am I gonna do? This will be good fun. This will for sure be good fun. When is that rain coming in the middle of the race? Okay, pepper pray. Guys, we are set for a thriller. P16. Oh my god. I should have gone for a P, but whatever. Oh, well. Maybe we need to stop early and I can go for a pee anyway. Hey, Jason. Welcome. Thank you, Alex. Alex, I will come back on your message. I saw that you replied. Looking forward to it. It's so easy to get a penalty back here. This is crazy. Thank you guys for the good luck wishes. We gonna damn need it. I wanted to survive. Well, so far, I mean, at least the car's fine, right? Was a weird, tricky start situation, really. Wow. Do you see how much time I lose with the Ferrari in that sinkhole? Hey, Ritual Horse. How you doing? For joining. I have a little bit of picture hesitation going on, I think. And suddenly I feel myself like in the middle of an FSR race, qualifying bad, way out of the top 10. And I'll just somehow trying to come back from it. Yeah, to gain 14 places. I doubt this is going to be happening though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on front, I need you to rotate. Kito, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate your support. Only one reason why we can keep up. You guys know it all too well what's happening here. Revender, thank you very much for the follow and subscription on the YouTube channel. Thank you for the support. Hey Dan. Nothing. It's just the performance of the Ferrari. And of me in the Ferrari on top of that. I'm not sitting in the draft. Peugeot is the new meta, together with the Toyota and maybe the Isotta. Let's see then if your rain is coming or not. Yep, Bob being Bob, indeed. Porter Armen, it's a GSI Formula, no, a GSI Hyper P1. Okay, maybe I have finally dialed in the ARBs a bit. This would be good. Yeah guys, and if you're new to the channel, if you appreciate our content though here on Le Mans Ultimate, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe us on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. Yeah, now cars starting to rotate, I think. Okay, I'm not gonna say let the hunt begin, because this would be plain stupid to think now that we suddenly have a magic setup. But as we have a couple of greens ahead in terms of the deltas, we are finally getting competitive, which is partly down to driving, hopefully. I mean, finally some draft, right? Maybe Whale, thank you very much for the follow on the Twitch channel, appreciate it. Welcome to the stream, brother. Sorry about that. Why the hell does my car not rotate here? So I don't know what to do against that. My car just simply does not rotate in this turn one. Which literally kills it completely, because like I do have the pace to go quicker, right? It feels like I'm skating or surfing through that turn one, and whatever setup I've ran in the entire history of Le Mans Ultimate, and I'm not even joking, whatever I ran in that particular corner is does always do the skate. Stay in that draft, come on. This is important. Stay close enough in the draft here. Like at this corner the car's fine, right? Alright, it's not perfect, but it's alright. It's the next corner where it's absolutely getting ridiculous. Yeah, like, the moment I get to the apex I start surfing straight. Not even sure what ARB to pick there. I want to even think about hoping to fix it. More packers where? Like, the moment you run into the packers, usually the car completely stops rotating at all. So far, so good. Like, P15 feels like a mid-catastrophe. Holy moly. Yeah, I'm not sure how my car made it alive through there. Oh. Anyway. Gained 3 spots. And most importantly, we're close on this gaggle ahead now. So this Toyota ahead of me has like 3 or 4 times completely left the racetrack. And with strict rules, he should be on a penalty for sure soon. I was about to say these guys are gonna wreck again. This opening phase of the race surely not good for my blood pressure. Well, hello, here we are. Oh yeah, speaking about traffic gives, traffic takes. How much one do you want to take, traffic? Traffic be like, yes! Time, positions. It had to be me that hits the GT3 in the middle of the Rouge. Like, why would it not? Like, the car feels alright in most of the spots, it's just that turn 1 where it is beyond bad. You will probably see, since we are now most likely running in somewhat clean air behind these hypercars. You mean taking a wide apex in turn 1? Yeah, I should probably try that. Slightly better, as we can see on the Delta. But yet I'm still, like, it is a setup issue because car ahead is a Ferrari can do it too. So, whatever Michi issue it is, it's a Michi issue. What is scary though is the pace of Danahan. He's doing the same lift and coast, but he's sitting 20 seconds ahead of me. Actually, he's doing more lift and coast because he's 20 seconds down on the same energy level. It's just completely nuts. So, cloudy and drizzle, the weather forecast says. More rain we get, the more it will be better for our strat. Yeah, I mean, obviously Jake has the correct car, but that's obviously also just half of the story, right? Why did this guy now let me go? Lucas may have just recognized what's going on strategy-wise in that race. Dr. Kevin, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. Man, this is such a die-hard good split and I'm sitting... well, I'm a sitting duck. And Dario, obviously, in the Ferrari shows that it's possible. However, I think with me being... ah, there is the rain. Anyway, with me arguably, hopefully being on the right strategy. Hopefully. That should mean... should be able to climb up into P6 in the end. Or P7. Yeah, and tell us about the Peugeot in Monza. I want to start crying straight away. So I'm sitting on the AP3 rear ARB, which is the rear B that is on the razor's blade in the Ferrari. You can take it for great rotation, but it bites with hefty snaps and balances, so have to be aware at all times. Okay, anyway, the quick times are done for now. May have also over-saved a little bit of the fuel, perhaps. Let's see. I am at least at this stage one lap better on economy than anyone else. The thing is though, if the track gets so slow now that we're dropping below 48 laps, then my strategy is not that great anymore. Or in other news, my pace is relatively spoken extremely slow. I think they exchanged the cars at the very top from the bottom. They removed the Ferrari and they've put the Puch, the Toyota, and perhaps the Isotta. Isotta is not one like I really would need to test it thoroughly. Yeah, true, the poop got +8, so... I mean, but at the same time, it is still a lot faster for whatever reason. But arguably, when you did your testing for VMS, you've done the right choice and I was wrong. But then as well, I cannot drive the car. Every time I had the identical setup to Gerne on the PUC 24 or on the PUC 23, I was 5 to 6 tenths off. Hashtag skill issue. Oh, he got into neutral. And yes, Netzold was, or is in risotto. But man, like when you're in neutral not getting anywhere, why do you sit on the racing line? Okay. Let's see how strong the car is going to be in these drizzly conditions. Rear sloppy and slidey. Oh, what is the rule update with you can swap cars or something? What's exactly happening there? Oh, I'm not gonna sit back on another GT3 here, please. Yeah, many people are missing the caddy being quack indeed. Well, I tried the BMW at Qatar. And I'm not sure if it's, again, if it's a Michi issue, because I was only 2 tenths quicker with a Ferrari, but it's still like a second of what Ferrari can do. It's like a very similar experience to what I'm experiencing right now. Like, as much as I'm also doing fuel saving, I have to be honest, I can't go any quicker. Just from a physical setup POV. I can't do any quicker than this. Oh no. What's going to happen? Yes, exactly that. Going to get stuck behind the GT3 again. Unexpired Milk, thank you very much for your follow on the Twitch channel. Much appreciated. Ah, don't die. Oof. Lucky me. Henrik, my man. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to drive ahead of me? What happened to you? So we've gained 5 spots since the start. I think Lucas has seen what I do with the strats. Probably trying to adapt now. Oh no. Yeah, that was nasty. I just about was able to escape the carnage. Speaking about carnage. Well, Henrik, welcome to my world. I was going flat out in quali and qualified 1.6 seconds off the pace. And now look what Danahan is doing in the front. He's literally on the same energy levels than me, but 35 seconds ahead. This is how my current situation looks when it comes. I'm not sure, I'm about to say even when it comes to driving Le Mans Ultimate, but thankfully so far it's mainly in the Ferrari. Well, which isn't particularly thankfully, it's shit. Let's just be honest with that. So it is still saturated grip. I'm afraid it rains for quite a bit longer. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've won championships in the BMW, I've won Multiclass Masters Championship in the Ferrari, and I've clearly been on pace, like I've proven it to myself. But ever since the update, everyone is just like a second quicker, and I can't match it. No matter what I do. But then I'm reading the change logs and all I see is like plus 15 kilograms or plus 10 kilograms for the Ferrari, and be like, that can't be it, right? That can't be the only source of my struggle. I mean, now obviously you see I'm doing a fuel saving fest. But that obviously has a special reason. Like, it's also here in this situation, it's, you know, just fuel saving is one thing of losing time, but I think also with my setup, I'm like 5 to 10 kph off the minimum cornering speed compared to everyone else. Anyway, it seems like we need to do a 2 or 3 or 4 hour streaming session and call it Make Ferrari Great Again or Make Michi Great Again. I have serious homework to do, period. As much as we are currently out strategying people, I assume. Because if I look at that energy around me, we're using energy per lap of... What was my average for? It's likely 4%. Which means the guys that are 6% off us, they need to come in at lap 22. They will have to surely box again. And remember, it's the endurance pit road, so 40-45 seconds just for driving through it. So I can allow for the time loss that I'm currently doing. And as much as the guys be like, this might be actually boring, like the guy's not even pushing and it's like freaking Sunday drive. Well, let me tell you, it's a bit harder than just a Sunday drive, but effectively you're not wrong. However, looking at the gaps between Buono and P7, so between 6 and P7, this is the spot where I consider having a good chance finishing in. Depending on how much fuel I need to save for the second stint still, probably roughly the same. It's going to be a tad easier because of the pit road. I might actually be able to jump a couple more cars. Right now, well, to the pit stop I should probably at maximum have a gap of 22, 23, 24 seconds or so. And if even that doesn't help me, then I really have to admit that I'm slow. Oh, we see a wild Dennis Jordan in here. It's always based on the weight distribution. So maybe that is why the actual 15 kilograms could have also fucked up all the balances. Which I just haven't found a way around it, making the car probably even slower. Well, probably even slower for me personal. Because I found a way, did not find a way around it. Ryan501, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate your support, appreciate your time. Yeah, and if you guys appreciate the race and the stream, if you appreciate us sitting in P11 and actually looking like we have no idea what we're doing here, then please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to give the stream a like. Help us growing this community. We're desperately trying to somehow be a bit more quick. Summarize wet versus dry setup. Softer rear suspension, so softer rear anti-roll bar, brake lines, a pat to the back, maybe a click or two more wing. That's it. Is that basic enough? Track is dumped now. Thing is, I have to try to stay onto the slicks and only do one stop. If I go for the wet like everyone else may do and come in with them again, I haven't won anything in terms of like, then I have just wasted precious time for the first 40 minutes. So I am sort of committed here. I haven't driven the Toyota in a while. Back in the day it was really planted and nice to drive. Oh, there's debris. Who's dropping? If I am not careful, I'm dropping soon. Ah, dude has no rear wing. Dude has no awareness. So, I guess cars ahead in the traffic gaggle, which means sadly I will hit them too. So Dario is in. That will be interesting. Is someone gonna put the wets or not? Thing is, Dario certainly has to pit again. That is 100% for sure. It is one of our better drives in the end if we are ending up P6 or so. Nonetheless, it will be funny to see how much rating we're gonna pay for it. Only issue that I'm getting with getting fresh tires is getting them to temperature. Rain is to stop. Now the forecast also says overcast, so either though it might be a struggle getting fresh tires to temperature, I have to take them. As we have 2 more to go. People are in. It's just Jake and me that are able to pull off a one-stop here. And that's not even sure right now. In fact, it might be super close to a 49th lap. And if that's the case, bro, I'm not sure. How am I gonna save that much fuel energy? Now I'm committed, I have to take the mediums for qualifying. Softs indeed would be in those conditions better, but if the sun comes out again and tarmac gets just a little bit hotter, it's not gonna work out. I think thanks to the long pit road, we're just about going to be fine with 48 laps. It will be crazy close, but I think it's going to be all right. Baddie, this is a 49-inch screen. Yeah guys, and again, if you appreciate the view, if you appreciate the racing strategies and the overall entertainment, then please have a follow on Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and give the stream a like, and join our Discord. !Discord will give you a direct entry to our community Discord server, where we sometimes hang out, discuss things behind the scene, have our conversations, where we obviously also answer a couple of questions and so on. So MD, if you're still around, !Discord into the chat would be brilliant. Okay, we are checking. To be filled up. Picking up tires from qualifying. So no one is on wet tires. One guy took the soft. So we just about made it on fuel and energy. Just don't sped. Don't speed. Okay. Box. Which is going box 2. All right. Here we go. So, 122 seconds. Some people have lost in the pits. 92, I see, with Lewis Kirton. Yeah, drive-through is roughly 40 seconds then, eh? Yeah, yeah, and you have to compromise things, right? So, Toy Car even ran 45 laps. Interesting. I see the timer, like the relative, is still broken. So no touchy of the white line. Just heard that the penalty is harsh for this. Now we have the pleasure to run behind Adamu. Not sure if it's a pleasure, but for the moment, a bit of a draft. The problem is, I have cold tires. So I won't be staying close enough to him. Great. If I don't turn up the energy of the battery, I won't stay heading straight because of battery clipping. Unlucky on the timing. So what's the core temp? Okay, it's going to be 60 on the next straight. One more lap. We will hopefully heat it up. Well, obviously stop raining. Are we going to be fine with 24 laps or not? The good news is Jake has its own interest in not doing 848 because that would mean he's strategically in trouble as well. So I think the odds should be on our side. And that's the good fun about Le Mans Ultimate, guys. If you're still sitting on the fence, this is how strategy works in these races. And this is how you need to access the information around you. Put your own decisions. And see what it's up to. So I say everything that is within 20 seconds from us now, up to Buono. Guys, we're still in hunt for a top 5 result here. if we get it right. Again, I think unless Jake has to slow down so fundamentally to not make it 49 laps, the race will be 48, because his strategy is identical to mine, and both our strategies require absolute exactly 48 laps. Not 47, not 49, exactly 47. Exactly 48. We need this in order to have the best result possible for us to have our strategy making sense and not lose additional 40 seconds. You can't be too slow for competing. Just go and compete. You're gonna get faster naturally anyway. Just a tad too far off. Otherwise I could be sneaking on some goody draft. Janosch, yes I do. Mail me at simracing@itchy-hoya.com or !Discord. Join my Discord server and shoot me a DM on Discord. I'll get in touch. Also, hey Yane, by the way. Saw a message from you earlier, but my brain seized out thinking about what I'm doing here. That's a question for Yanni. I think the Peugeot is really good in low speed turns and acceleration. It may lack a little bit of top speed if anything. Oh, that's good. That's gonna get me to the draft. That Ferrari. Stanley, I administer both. Well, then it's a turn 1 Michi issue, because every time I leave turn 1, Peugeots are flying fast out of it. At least Danahan found a way to get acceleration into the car. Right, and you know what's going to happen now? Adamo is passing the GT3 and I'll have to tuck in behind. That would be so iconic. Right now I'm over-saving a good ton. Means I can go a lot faster later on. But right now, I think my main target would be to get a bit closer to sit in the draft, save a little bit more fuel. Bit of draft, I assume. Anyway, every tiny little bit is worth it. Well, Groover chips, which temperature you're referring at? Oil, water, tire, ambient, track temp. And the answer's probably going to be the same for everyone. Hey Fofa, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. At least we're all going to get stuck behind these GTs. Are we? No, you don't. Ah, oh, this is so well deserved. This is so well deserved. Yeah, I've attempted something that was doomed. Yep. Box. I mean, it's great, because that means I get finally rid of Gold 2. So that I don't that it doesn't take painfully long to get down there. Okay, so we neither play the shoulda woulda coulda game. We are Henry Gumbar is gonna field with me. Like, the rear wing is still attached, I don't get it. Yet the car feels like it doesn't have a rear wing at all. Ah, also I lost roughly all available tire life. Yeah, I attempted something that I should have not attempted. Like, I should have... And this is probably why we've won so many endurance races beforehand. We've usually been a very defensive driver when it comes to traffic, especially when being on an economy run. Not forcing any of these situations. But now, obviously, we've done the other way around. Ha! Got a drive-through for cutting the blend line. So 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Ah, virtual energy. Tires? Oh! I got the tires from the first stint on again. Ah, this is so amateur. This is so amateur. Okay, anyway. So this is great news though, because... No, it's not great news. It is a proper Ferrari strategy, yes. 100%. Oh, man. This is the fun part, like 72 seconds of damage is one thing, but the additional 23 from unnecessarily changing onto worse tires and putting fuel we don't need. Yeah, they can do it to the end, but the question will be in what shape. I don't have to lift, yes, I can go flat out. And that is all about the good news. So I need to sort myself first, like I don't know where I'm literally sitting. Nuthole just overtook me for lapping me, I think. So I'm a lap down on Boyle even. Is that the case? This is Eric for... Yeah. Literally Joe Boyle is on the same lap with me, but he's a minute and something ahead, I assume. Yup. What happened? I would just call it a bad day in the office. Nah, like seriously, I'm not even mad on myself. It is a very unfortunate chain of critical events, I wanna say. Yes. And now I may as well just park it because I can't finish better than 18th anyway. Which gets me to the point playing the shoulda, woulda, coulda. So, on our timing, at 22, 3, 4, so the pit stop took us, let's say we do 203 as an average, so 65 plus another 37, that deducted minus 53, 49 seconds is the threshold that we could have had in standings or in performance, and then we were 37 seconds, we were behind Francesco Adamo. 49 seconds. Yeah. I have thrown away a second place, for sure. Well, depending on how the saving would have gone over the time. But as long as I could have kept up with Adamo, which I think was possible. This is painfully. Like, I didn't even plan doing a championship as a full, but with 3 rounds and a drop round, I would have been right in there with a 2nd place. But now I would need to rerun the race again, which I could only do tomorrow, if anything, and then I can do it tomorrow actually. But I'll never find the grid strength again, right? And obviously, by now everyone has seen what I have attempted, so everyone would be able to adapt. Yeah, we all have bad days, and you know what? It's not a biggie. Like, it's fine, as much as I can consider it. You know, it's like a meaningless race in the end. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Peugeots. 9, even with Gumball. So half of the grid's Peugeot. We have 2 Ferraris, 2 Toyotas, 1 Isotta, 2 Porsches, 3 Isottas, 2 Isottas. Yeah, but I know that he has certainly sweated the car a lot. Yeah, he has the same issue with dipping the front in turn 1. I mean, I can have a look at it to see what is actually going on with his car. I mean, he is sitting a bit in the draft, but he does 313. Let me actually see what I did back in the day when I had a... I never went flat out into one. Apart from lap 1, yeah, not even in lap 1. 312 is probably what I would have gotten. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the front dip with the Ferrari. Generally, I don't know how to fix the Ferrari. Like right now, it's an utter disgrace. I'm given from the message because Jake Dennehan was asking whether someone else did not get the tires. I'm pretty sure he also sits on his old Stim tires. It will still give him the win. Can we see the energy? No, we can't. Dario is even locking the rear. But look, this is what I mean. The Ferrari is so, like, it's even worse on acceleration than the Peugeot. Jake, completely different. You can't compare them really. So where's Adamu? 30 seconds behind. Yeah, I would have profited even on yeah. Yeah, I can't believe it. Like, I'm sitting, and this is tough, right? Like, we're sitting P11, but thanks to our strategy, it's a net P2. But you don't see it. Throwing the car away in such a dumb situation. Like, literally, I'm thinking about Well, I can't think about it really, because I have no answer to it. What was I thinking? Going around the outside the lumber would have just been fine if there was no other car ahead, but then I got into the wake turbulence. Actually, we can have a look at the dampness. Because also the way I died there was a bit random. That forwards. There we go. It's me hitting the brakes in the worst spot. Here. That gets the car into the swing. And then I overcorrect and get the tank slapper. And then, like in pure wisdom, I turn maximum to the right to catch the car, and I get another tank slapper. And honestly, if not for that tank slapper, I would have had it. I would have done a 360, but could continue. I mean, I may have been perhaps rear-ended by the Lambo. If I kept it that way. Dumb move in the first place. I guess I said, well deserved. Yeah, what a great day to make it back in the office up from the vacation. But okay, whatever. Guys, at the very latest on Sunday, we're going to be out on, and I'm gonna come back, like, again, guys, if you wanna join !Nation Discord, I will photograph the race results and put it in there. And I'm pretty sure Jake Dennehan will win. And we're gonna compare to Francesco Adamo. I can't because he does another pit stop. Yeah, we will just need to see. So let me see, the gap between Adamo and Dennehan is now 28. It's 30 seconds, roughly what we had when we died. So we keep that as a benchmark and check who is behind Dennehan within 30 seconds. That would be the guys that would beat us. Okay, guys, sad story. I also will post the loss of a DR as being handed in with the number 1. Qualifying down the drain, finishing further down the drain. We can so wave goodbye to that Gold 2 ranking. I'm pretty sure. Where's my profile? Yeah. This is at maximum 30% plus, maybe 25. I'm sure we're gonna suffer with, my assumption is like minus 40, minus 50% PR. Will take ages to get it back. But again, it is just the random number that no one actually pays attention to apart from getting into the splits. I mean, we're doing that great, right? If you look into the event history, it's like down, up, up, big down, big down, big down, down, down. And the next one is going to be triple down. Like, I'm gonna feed the people so much with the ranking. But this is great. Because at some point that means I'm only expected to be in P5, P6, which is what the game expects from me. It's like a little bit draining as well when the game literally in every single occasion wants to be like a P1, if anything a P2 from you. But yeah, that just is what it is in the end. Guys, with that, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. On Sunday, VMS Pro Series, the sprint at Monza. Again in the painful Ferrari, again something I have to fix. But I hope I see you guys on that as well. Once again, feel free to reach out on the Discord. Write me a mail, simracing@michi-hoya.com. And apart from that, I'm deeply going to think about it and see whether I'm going to do the race tomorrow, just for the redemption. Also depends a little bit on how serious I want to take it. I'm gonna have a look into the calendar, how much I can afford the Thursday at all times. Anyway, guys, this is gonna do it for that one. Sadly, not the ending that we would have wanted, but it is what it is. We're gonna have a raid. Let's see if we can watch the race together with someone that is streaming. Ruben is in the race, but in a GT3. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna give the raid to him regardless. And you guys enjoy a little bit of a GT3 driving out of the perspective in the same championship race. Guys, have a great time. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the weekend and maybe tomorrow. Other than that, if you appreciate what we're doing, please have a thumbs up on the stream, subscribe us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, come back for more of this stuff. Next time I'll try not to crash it. See you.